should we send this just to Facebook for people to watch us do a podcast?
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
I can do it. Yeah, let's see what happens. Might be pressing our luck here, given that, last night we couldn't get any computers to work.
Right.
My computer was working just fine. I don't know. That was you guys.
Yeah, no. Oh, dude. Yeah, we'll talk about last night.
Last night.
It was bad, Johna.
Well, after we got done talking, Katie was like, Johna, I want to talk to you. And I was like, okay, we'll FaceTime. So me and Katie FaceTimed for like an hour.
Oh, good.
And chatted.
Oh, you did?
She gave me a tour of her house.
Aw.
Oh, crap.
Really big house. I'm like, man, she's going to have some kids or something because it's 4 bedrooms.
Isn't that her plan to have children?
Oh, I don't know. Don't ask me. I think so.
I think
she already has a name picked out for one of them.
What?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Maverick?
No. Ever. No, it's not. I should watch Top Gun. I've never seen that.
You've never seen? Oh, my. Johnny, you should come over and you should watch it in the theater with us.
Okay. Well, once social distancing is over, I'll be there because I really miss your cooking. I was just telling KJ that I'm in the kitchen cooking right now.
Oh,
what?
Yes. All right.
I don't believe that.
We're not gonna go live because I'm having issues. So we'll just put this on. We'll put this on.
Look
YouTube.
how messy it is.
Look, John is a messy cooker. Woo!
I am a messy cooker.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. That can be your fun fact. Poo, 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 choo. Pow, pow, ching, 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 poo, poo.
Oh, God, she's doing it.
To the God of Nerdy Girls podcast.
I like how she's not covering her face anymore.
Producer Johna.
Yeah.
Hey, peeps. I'm actually cooking for the first time in a really long time. Be very proud of me.
Also starring Producer Patches. Oh, I'm poking his head. What's your fun fact?
I'm feeling my fun fact is I thought Val Kilmer was the coolest person in the world when he played Iceman in Top Gun.
Oh my gosh, yes. Who didn't think that? If you didn't think that, you shouldn't be here with us.
I have not seen Top Gun, so I did not think that.
Hang up. Just hang up on yourself. Go back to cooking.
No, all right. No. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. It's in meeting. It's in the bottom right corner. Just do it right now.
I think mine says leave meeting, not end. So KJ has to.
She's the host,
right?
Right, well,
apparently you are too. You're also Carrie.
Everybody changed their names. Fix your names. Oh my gosh.
How do I do that?
You go to the little 3 dots.
Do it.
You go to the little 3 dots in the corner. Okay. Mm-hmm. Johna, you're fine. Yeah. It says Johna. Patches.
Okay, look, do you want me to? I'll make it producer Johna. How about that?
Okay, all right. This is great. To everybody who's listening, we've stopped the podcast so we can change our names in the Zoom meeting.
Did I spell that right?
We have been posting some of our videos on our YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and you search for Kinda Nerdy Girls, you could watch us podcast, which is a real treat if we can actually make it work. Last night
you can watch us be awkward. It's cool.
Last night we spent an entire hour trying to work out technical difficulties and then gave up.
Oh, it's bad. Bad.
Then gave up.
There.
Listen, we're going to talk about
really
this.
Don't.
I want to talk about this, and we're gonna get it out there. Like, we've got some kind of nerdy stuff to talk about. I'm going to talk about Ryan Seacrest and the Disney thing he's doing. But first we got to talk about how, so I was texting everyone in the group as both of my laptops were melting down. Nothing was working. We couldn't get Zencaster to work. We couldn't get Zoom to work. I was having my, keep it together. This is fine. It's fine. No, I'm just going to try a little bit harder. Nope. I'm going to restart the computer one more time. It's going to work. It's going to be fine. Keep it together. And then I'm like, all right, guys, we're done with this. We are done with this. And so Patches, we hang out with everybody, well, we weren't even with everyone. We just hung up on the text group, I guess.
I'm downstairs. She's upstairs.
And,
right now. So
he's like, okay, let's see if we can figure this out, just the 2 of us. And so I say, sure, let's do it. And guess what, Johna? Zoom starts working for me when nobody else is there, it starts working for me. So I'm like, all right, I'm here. Log in whenever you're ready, and we'll see if this is working. And he's like, yeah, I'll be right back. I got to run to the kitchen. And he gets up to go to the kitchen and forgets that he's got headphones on that are attached. And the headphone
on a short cord.
And the short cord sweeps his full drink over onto his keyboard and like blue screen, like, you know, the blue screen you never want to see, right? And it's so bad, Johna. He's screaming, and I'm up here, right? Because I'm up in the studio, and he's downstairs, and he is screaming so bad that I thought he must have left the door open and the cats got outside. Like, that was the level of panic that was coming from Patches downstairs. And I'm like, oh my God. And so, like, I don't know, you know, if there's people on the dark web who are watching my Zoom, they got to watch, they at least got to hear a full-on panic, because I came running down the stairs, oh my God, what's wrong? And then I saw he's holding his keyboard up, right, with like two fingers. He's holding it up, and it's just dripping rum and coke.
What a way to go out.
Yep. Yeah, and it was my first drink.
Oh. And party foul on your first drink.
And turns out our dining room table is one of those tables that's got the shiny finish. Now, keep in mind, we bought this thing at like a furniture outlet in a shady neighborhood. When I say it's got a shiny finish, it's not real, right? It's like fake nice. Okay.
It wasn't a shady neighborhood. It was a pole barn in the middle of the country.
Okay. Yeah, but shady. It was kind of like white trash shady, right? Like what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
There was probably a meth lab somewhere.
Yeah, like
I'm not going to say the name of the city here in Central Indiana, but it has green in it. That's all I'm saying.
It could be anything. There's 1,000 green places in Indiana.
That is true.
So anyway, turns out that this nice shiny finish on our dining room table that's 12 years old is pretty much an ice rink, because his drink was brand new and all of the ice spilled, and like we were like chasing it around and trying to get it, like it was sliding all over the dining room table. And every time I thought that I had it like under control, I would lift up a towel and ice cubes would just go sliding down the table again. I was like, will you just melt? Like, what are these ice cubes? Is this an ice rink? Like, what is this?
I don't want to laugh, but oh my God, because I've been there before, man. I've been there.
Oh God, it was so bad.
I've never spent so much time cleaning up one drink. It was terrible.
Yeah, and we've thrown a lot of parties in our day, and that was bad.
It was like, it's never gonna go away. It's not absorbing. It just keeps skating around the table, and it won't melt.
Yeah. That's good. That means the finish on your table can't be ruined.
Right.
You can just wipe it right off.
Get yourself.
You guys should have bought a ShamWow. My grandma bought one of those because I told her to, and she bought one, and it was great.
Really?
I loved that thing.
Oh. Is there anything else you've ever done that, like, as seen on TV, and you're like, yes, this really was the deal that they told me it was going to be?
Yes. When I was a child, I did not like to sleep at night, so I would stay up all night long and watch infomercials. Legitimately. And I would apparently quote them to my parents during the day when I was awake around them.
Really?
And yes, you can ask my mom, because she literally is like, Johna, for real.
Can you remember any of them?
Oh yeah. I convinced my dad to buy the perfect pancake.
Oh, it's
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That we didn't use it for pancakes though. We just used it for quesadillas.
Oh,
which was great for quesadillas. Nice. So good.
Hell yeah. And
then the commercials for the CD sets with Luther Vandross and Celine Dion. To this day, I can if those commercials come on, I can quote them word for word.
I want to hear it. Do a little bit.
No, I can't. It has to be like playing for me to do it. Like I can't do it off the top of my head.
Like triggers you.
Yeah, like it's. But my parents are like, really? But my dad bought the perfect pancake because I had shipping and handling down. I had the phone number down. Like, I knew everything about it. I was like, it's so great. We have to buy it. And he bought it.
Oh, Jesus.
So we need to, we got to be on watch ourselves on time tonight because the Disney Family Sing-Along is tonight. Did you hear about this, Johna?
Oh, yeah. Somebody had posted about it in the Kind of Nerdy Network. I approved said post.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Ryan Seacrest is hosting the sing-along. I mean, but it's like Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato. Obviously, everyone's going to be at home. But there's like a bunch of people from High School Musical and The Descendants. And Johna, this is your jam right here.
Oh my God, 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 oh my
God. I love High School Musical.
I know you do. Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Tisdale, Corbin Blue. These are all your people. I know. That's why I was like.
Where is Zac Efron? I want Zac Efron.
He's doing Zac Efron things.
Yeah.
But I had such a crush on Corbin Blue when I was younger. Oh
Hang on, let me check. Okay, let me see. Previously announced guests include Christina Aguilera, Aaron Andrews, Michael Bublé, Kristen Chenoweth.
Bublé.
What's that from? That's from Saturday Night Live. Robert Goulet.
Yeah. Goulet. Yeah, Will Ferrell's it was the Christmas thing or whatever. He's in the Cadillac convertible with the deer head and all that crap.
Oh, I have a song list for you. I hope this is something that you can watch after the fact. Since we're talking about it and it's on tonight. Demi Lovato and Michael Bublé will be singing A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes.
I love that song. Oh my God.
Christina Aguilera is going to be singing Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Thomas Rhett is going to be singing Do You Want to Build a Snowman? Let's see. Oh, Donny Osmond, I'll Make a Man Out of You. What Disney song is that? Sounds inappropriate.
Oh, that's the song from Mulan.
Oh, it is? I haven't seen Mulan. Okay.
Oh my God, are you joking me?
No, I'm serious.
You have to watch Mulan. It's so good. Oh my God.
Well, I was holding out because I thought the live action one looks really good. I didn't see Mulan because when Mulan came out, I didn't have a lot of nieces and nephews I could take to movies, and I didn't know you, Johna, and I felt like it was weird to go see Mulan by myself. So I didn't, and Patches won't go to movies. I don't want to get into it. He's
like my dad. My dad hated going to the movies.
And then
give me an early Sunday morning where there's like 5 people in the theater. I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
John Stamos will be performing It's a Small World.
I love John Stamos.
Okay, number one, no. All right, that is the absolute worst freaking song possibly in recorded history.
Yeah, but if anybody was going to sing it, John Stamos will make it fun.
I love John Stamos.
Yes.
Uncle Jesse forever, okay?
Yeah.
He was also in You on Netflix.
He was?
Show. Yep. He was a therapist, and boy, was he hot in that. He had his, like, long hair with, like, the silver in it, and he had a beard. Oh, it was great.
Oh, very nice.
I did not. So KJ wouldn't like it because he has a beard.
Oh, he looks hot with it.
Sometimes I'm okay, like, looking at a beard. I don't want to touch a beard.
And that list is goes to about Chris Evans, and that's it.
Yeah. God, I would never mind. Anyway, let's move past this conversation.
Hey, I was listening to episodes from like way back when we started, and remember what you were so into beards that for a while we had a segment called Johna's Beard Update, and you would update us on. You don't even remember doing it.
I do not remember that. That was very long ago. I feel like
you would update us on the latest happenings in Hollywood facial hair. It was.
I mean, if you want to,
I mean,
don't remember that.
I enjoyed it. It was a short-lived.
I can do it again.
It was a short-lived segment, but if you are still keeping up with Hollywood's hot beards, then I think that we would like to, be updated on that.
Matt Zuckery has a hot beard.
Matt Zuckery. Oh, he's Logan from Gilmore
Hashtag
Girls.
Team Logan. Yeah.
Logan. Yes, but he's so great in The Resident, which is the thing that I have to talk about.
He is. He really is.
So good in The Resident.
Oh, okay. So I want to rename your segment. I don't know, but I don't know what. Because it's not really, is it sappy shows? Well, The Resident, is it a sappy show? Or it's just
it's a drama.
It's like shows that give you feels. That's kind of like, or it's movies. It's like, I don't know. It's
everything, honestly.
It's
Everything
like
makes me have feelings.
Binge watch and sob. Jonah's binge watch and sob segment.
We should call it "Why is Johna Crying Today?"
Oh, okay. You know what? Why don't we ask the Kind of Nerdy Network? We can throw out some of these ideas. Will you write them down, Johna? No, you're making dinner. Patches, will you write them down? Thank you.
I'm not making dinner. I stopped making dinner.
Okay. Somebody write this down.
I got it.
We'll ask the Kind of Nerdy Network to help us rename your segment.
Jonah's feeling update.
Jonah's feeling update?
Yeah, it's kind of like a double entendre when you think about it.
Nope, not going there.
I was going to say, what's Johna feeling? That's also a double entendre, so I'm just...
What's Johna feeling?
We could call it What's Johna Watching.
Oh, what's Johna watching? Okay, but you always, I want to bring, what's got Johna weeping?
There you go.
All right,
I am constantly weeping. I like how they're all questions.
Right? Are you writing these down? Oh, very nice. Okay. Ooh, yes. You're so high tech in taking notes in your phone. You millennial. Yes. Are you a Gen X? I'm a Gen X. Are you a Gen Z?
She's a Gen Z.
No,
she's a millennial.
I'm a millennial, so technically I'm Gen Y. Gen Z is like these
after you,
terrible people out here in these streets.
But you've had technology.
Yes, I came up with like the progression.
You've had technology your whole life.
I had like a flip phone and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
and I moved from flip phone to iPhone.
Gotcha.
How old were you when the iPhone first came out? Do you remember?
What year did it come out? Because if I knew what year it came out, I can't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. I can tell you, Johna, I went from the dial phone on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I have a rotary phone.
To the touch-toned phone.
Mm-hmm.
To the gigantic with an antenna cordless phone.
Oh, those things are like 3 feet long.
The first iPhone was released in 2007. So how am I now? 25.
Oh boy, math is hard. Math is hard.
I want to say I was like a teenager.
Okay.
I want to say.
By the way, the giant phone with the 3-foot antenna. I do not promote violence, but I did get angry once and throw that across the room towards an ex. I didn't actually like it. I wasn't going to hit him with it, but I just threw it in the direction of.
I would have smacked the shit out of him. I would have been amen. I would have been making sure my shit was right. Chucked it at him.
I had just found out he was cheating. And I could have hurt him with that antenna.
You could have murdered him.
I was very nice. I just threw the phone like in the general vicinity of the room where he was. And I was like, you get out. You've been talking to that girl on this phone. You take this phone and you get out. And that was it. That was a very angry moment in my life.
That butthole. Gosh.
But anyway, I went from
and
that.
Then Patches Iceman came around. Aw.
Mm-hmm. Well, but before that, we went to the car phone. And then there was the bag phone.
I remember the car phone.
Oh, yeah. So that's you're like, oh, yeah, I grew up with it. I went from the flip phone to the iPhone. Listen, I went through a lot of phones in my life. Gen X has seen it all.
So basically what KJ's saying is it's one of those things where you pick up the thing, you're like, and you talk into the little piece, you're like, yeah, see? Yeah, I gotta, yeah, sure.
I don't know why I let you on.
Hey, you lived in rural Wisconsin, man. Anything could happen.
I did.
I don't know.
You know how they ask sometimes, like they'll be like, "Your security question. What was your address when you were in 3rd grade?" Listen, the only address I had was Rural Route 2. That's not an address.
I remember you. You know, it's so funny that you say that. As I was driving today, I was driving home from work, and I was like looking at like people's mailboxes with like the numbers on them or whatever. And I was honestly thinking about like how you didn't have like an actual address. Like I really like I was sitting there thinking about it. I was driving.
For years, like I grew up not realizing that Rural Route 2 just meant that I lived in such a small town that the mailman knew all of the houses on Rural Route 2 and knew which mailboxes to put what letters in. Like we didn't even have numbers. We were just on a route.
I love that.
So I never use that for a security question because I'm like, well, that just burns a little bit that I didn't actually grow up on a street. I didn't even get a street. There was no street.
Well, I mean, you can't use it now because someone might, try and steal your identity.
Right. So, yeah. Well, just so you know, I never use that. Poop, 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 choo, choo, pow, 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 ching, ching. It's time for What's Got Johna Weeping. Woo. Go ahead, Johna.
Well, I just got caught up on The Resident.
Mm-hmm.
I was binging it for like 3 days. I started dreaming about it. That's how much I was watching it.
Nice.
Damn.
Not nice. It was not a good dream. I did not have a good time in the dream.
It was sad?
It was sad. Because one of the doctors on the show, his name's Devin. He's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
He was there, and then we were going to be together, but then we realized we couldn't be together. So it was really sad. I was like, oh no, this is terrible.
Oh no.
He's very cute.
Did you break up with him or did he break up with you?
No, we were like in this weird like transition phase, I guess. We were like gonna be something, but then we realized that we couldn't be something, and it was like a whole thing. It was very sad. I was very sad like the whole next day, honestly. I was like, why can't I be with Devin? God.
Johna, that sounds so familiar. You don't have to explain that to me. I live with that.
What? You live with what?
Someone having a dream and then waking up pissed off because, oh, wait a second, I cheated on you. Dream.
I think that's a girl thing, though.
Yeah, but I have recurring dreams that this guy, and he's Patches O Iceman. I just saw that that's your name on the Zoom. Patches O Iceman. It's like those dreams that just rip your heart out, right? And you wake up and you're so sad. And I'm like, God, you did it again last night.
I have lots of those.
You left me.
You should Google what that means. Every time I have a weird dream, I Google it because I'm like, what does this mean?
Well, I've given up because, one of my recurring dreams was that Big Bird and Snuffleupagus kidnapped my mom and drove off in a red convertible with her. Yeah, you Google that. You Google that, okay? Do you not know that, Patches?
I'm psychic about that.
No, this is the first time in almost 20 years I've heard of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So I'm
happy about this.
I have not had that dream. And we're going to get back to The Resident, your recommendation. I have not had that dream since
I did not mean to derail this. Shut up.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm glad it got derailed. This is hilarious.
I have not had that dream since my mother passed away, but all the way through my entire life, and it would traumatize me as a kid. So we grew up on a farm on Rural Route 2, and I would dream that I was going into the shed where like all the tractors were, and that I was looking for my mom, and I'm crying, and I'm like, mommy, mommy, mommy. And my entire life, I would have this dream over and over, and I was still the little girl in the dream, like the still little girl crying. And I would like look around the tractors and see this amazing, like beautiful red convertible. But the doors at that point would open to the big shed, and there would be light, and it was Big Bird and Snuffleupagus in the front seat. And right, this doesn't make sense because Big Bird and Snuffleupagus are not fitting in the front seat of a convertible. But my mom like peeks her head up from the back, and she's like all tied up, and she's screaming, "Help me! Help me! Save me, Carrie! Help me!" And I'm reaching for her and running after the red convertible as Big Bird is waving like this evil, like look, like waving as he and Snuffleupagus drive away with my mother. Please Google what that dream means.
I need you to go talk to like a psychic or like a dream interpreter because I need to know what this means. Apparently, Big Bird and Snuffleupagus are like really bad people to you because they kidnapped your mom. Like,
right? And I really liked Big Bird and Snuffleupagus. I love that Big Bird had an imaginary friend. Like they were a couple of my favorites. But in the dream, and their like puppet eyes are like they got like the evil eyebrows. They're looking back at me like evil Big Bird and evil Snuffleupagus. And it's like it ruined Sesame Street for me. And it never stopped until my mother passed away. I would have that dream probably
sweet God.
at least once or twice a year. I had that dream.
well, maybe you were just afraid of like losing your mom or something.
Well, yeah, but did Big Bird and Snuffleupagus have to take her?
I don't know, man. I was just trying to find something in there. I always have recurring dreams about being on airplanes.
Oh.
Like always. Like I'll probably have one tonight because I'm talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But like and it did, like one time I had a dream I was on an airplane and I was in my seat and I looked down at the floor and I could see like all the machinery in the floor. Like the floor was see-through and I could see like all the stuff that was like making the plane work.
Were you
and then
in,
once I had a
were
dream
you
that I
in
was
Wonder Woman's invisible jet?
Maybe. And then I had a dream that I was on a plane and we had to make like an emergency landing and we had to land on the freeway.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's something about that.
How
There's
very Con Air.
I don't know.
All right.
And I love planes, but I always have weird plane dreams.
Huh. Well, you could probably Google, like, why do I have plane dreams? You can't Google, why do I dream that Big Bird and Snuffleupagus are...
No, please. I need you to go. I'm going to Google a dream interpreter, and I'm going to, we're going to figure this out together.
Get one on the show. Let's get one on the show. We can...
Let's do it.
Okay, Johna, produce that. Produce a dream interpreter.
I got you.
All that's going through my head right now is, like, Big Bird looking back at you with
his evil
eyebrows.
and like giving you the bird.
He's not giving me the bird. He's like waving. He's got his evil eyebrows. He's kind of smiling. And he's like, I'm taking your mother.
Damn.
Snuffleupagus is more like just like looking at me like, go ahead and try to save her.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
It. So anyway, tell us about The Resident.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm actually going to pop off on this one because I'm not caught up, so.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, look, I took my earbuds out so I don't knock these over.
Yeah. What did I tell you? Keep your drinks away from the electronics.
I know. Radio rules.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm going to actually take a drink right now. Go ahead, Johna, the Resident.
The Resident. So, where I left off at the hospital that they all work at had just gotten bought by this really shady company. Ooh. And, it's really shady. Like, keeping like patients alive for just like money purposes and like it's like this whole thing. Also, Morris Chestnut is on there now.
What?
Yes.
Now I'm interested. I love.
But he's a butthole. He's like, I have never ever, and I love Morris Chestnut. Like that is my guy. Love him. But he is such a bad guy in this show.
Oh no!
It makes me so. He's a doctor. He's like a neurosurgeon. And he is just all about like hospital profits. He doesn't really care about the patients and like all sorts of stuff. It's so bad.
I don't like that at all. Mm.
So okay, so Matt Zuckery is dating. Did you watch the show Revenge? Okay, no, you probably didn't.
No,
but she was because I watched The Winter Soldier the other day. She was his neighbor in Winter Soldier. Her name's Emily Van Camp.
Oh, yeah. I know her. Yeah. Wait, so she's the neighbor that is actually in S.H.I.E.L.D. and spying on him. Yes. Okay. And he ends up, she ends up being Peggy Carter's niece. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I love her.
Yeah. So she's in The Resident and her name is Nick and Matt Zuckery's character's name is Conrad. I was like, I love that name. Conrad's such a good name. Yeah. So it's Nick and Conrad. They're like a couple. She's a nurse and he's a doctor, obviously. And they're engaged now. Yay, I'm so happy.
And this is on the show, right?
They're engaged on the show.
In real life. Okay. All right.
Yeah. they're engaged and they're moving in together, and it's so awesome. And they're like saving lives and all this other stuff. And they're trying to like basically not bring down the hospital, but bring down the corporation that bought the hospital because they suck. They're the worst.
Okay.
Yes. I'm really just in it for like the love stories, honestly, because there's like a bunch
shocked.
I know, right? It's crazy. So like, it's like, so it's Nick and Conrad, and then there's Dr. Bell and Dr. Voss, but they're not together, but I really want them to be together because they're so cute. They're like old, they're like the older doctors. And they're
what do
so
you mean
cute.
by older?
They're like, I don't know, 50s, something years old. I don't know. They're older.
Hey, speaking of that, we had a call last night with our financial planners, and they were like, you want to retire like mid-50s? And we're like, yeah. And then I was like, oh man, I only have to work for like 10 more years. Sweet. Nice. I gotta tell you, that was nice. It was real nice. I don't know, with the world the way it is. But anyway, I digress. So that's why I was asking you what old meant.
Yeah, they're older. I don't know.
Because last night I got really excited about being 55. Not gonna lie.
You're still a little ways away from there, so
10. I mean, a little over 10 years. Not bad at all.
Plenty of time.
So, is the show more about the relationships than the hospital itself?
It's a really good mix of it.
Is it? Okay.
Like sometimes the episode, it's usually like it's kind of like House, but like more dramatic. Like with House, it was more like about him, like House solving it by himself, and with the resident, it's more like everyone is trying to help figure out what's going on.
Okay.
And then there's
you're safe. Come on back. Now you can come back, right? You're not going to give anything away.
No.
All right. Patches, come on back.
But there's this one guy. His name's Devin. I love him. Very cute. But he has the most tragic love stories.
Oh.
Like, so tragic. It makes me so sad for him. Like, one girl, like, he was engaged to one girl, and then he left her at the altar for another girl, but then that girl almost got, like, murdered by her job, and then she came back, and then he met this other girl, but she's, like, a princess, and she had to leave or something.
Oh, my
gosh. I was like, why can't Devin find love? Like, damn, like, what's happening? And then there's Malcolm Jamal Warner's on there.
He is? Oh.
Yes, he's also a surgeon.
Okay. Is he nice?
Yes, I love him.
Okay.
And I've never like crushed on Malcolm Jamal Warner, but like very hard crushing on Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Oh, nice.
He's one of those guys that's like getting better looking the older he's got.
Oh, yeah. He's getting real hot. I'm like, woo, and he's got a beard. Oh yes, so here for it.
Oh, the beard update. There we go.
Jamal Warner's got a beard. And there's this other surgeon, her name's Mina, and she was in Black Panther. She didn't have like a super big role in Black Panther, but she was in Black Panther.
Okay.
And they have like this really good like working relationship that would be so good as like a legitimate type relationship, but they just will not be together. And I'm just like, why are y'all doing this to me? Because he just loves her so much, and she knows, and she also loves him, but he doesn't know that she loves him. And I'm like, bruh, just be together. Oh my god.
So let me ask, because you're a writer, is what?
Oh, and Johna, she misses her sister Johna. She could hear you.
Amelia, for those of you who are
my wingman. Amelia
just popped into the camera. And
I miss you too. I miss all my sibs.
Aww. So I forget what I was saying. What was I saying, Patches?
She's a writer.
Oh, yeah. So when you write, are you like, is your goal to write romance? Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
And so do you
I'm bad at it.
You're bad at it?
I'm very bad at it.
How can you say you're bad at it? You love it so much. You appreciate the love story more than anyone I've ever met.
You know what? Yeah, and you know what? Neither KJ or I have read any of your romance works. So how do you know if it's bad if no one has read it?
Because I think it's bad.
Well, that's not up for you to decide. Like you put your heart into something that you're writing. You gotta put it out there, and you would be very shocked to see how many people love and feel the same way that you do.
But also, and not only that, you could pass it off to someone who you think is talented and you admire and ask for feedback on how to get better. And they would probably love to help someone who wants to get into the business. It's probably not bad. You're just your own worst critic.
Yeah, that's true. But
we're going to work on this. This is not normally a motivational podcast, but we're going to make your dreams come true, Johna.
We can. We will. Go team,
I have lots of
go.
like short stories that I've written. They're just kind of sitting in my Google Drive.
Okay. Do you prefer the short story?
Yeah, I really don't think that I tried so hard once during college. Well, a couple of times. I have like 5 or 6 books started. Mm-hmm. But like once I hit like, I don't know, like 20, 30 pages, I get so stuck. And then I'm like, okay. And then I don't have anywhere else to go. So then I'll have a different idea and then I'll go and start another book.
Well, then start talking to somebody about that. Like, throw it to KJ or Katie or Kitsy or Shelly or something like that and be like, hey, what do you think? And then they could give you a suggestion of, hey, maybe the character could do this or maybe it could do that. And then you'd be like, oh, that's a good idea. Boom. And it snaps, it clicks. You're like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. And
I wonder, too, we'll have to take a look. I wonder if PopCon has any writers panels this year. That might be something that's worth looking into to see who's coming to PopCon. Okay, I don't want to take away from chasing your dreams, but if I don't tell you this, I'm going to feel really bad about it. I need to take back something that I told you to do, Johna. And that is, you should not watch Council of Dads.
I wasn't going to, so
I rewatched it today and realized that I had fallen asleep through some parts.
I'm shocked by this revelation.
You know that I do this, right? And I struggle with this. I wonder if you listening struggle with this like I do, because I was thinking about this today. The struggle is real. I want to lay down and relax and fall asleep watching TV. But I don't want to fall asleep watching something that is new to me because then I don't know where I left off. I realized that I had fallen asleep through some key parts of the first episode of Council of Dads, and I watched it again today, and I was like, oh no, Johna cannot watch this. Nope.
I probably wasn't going to anyway. I was just thinking about it today. I was like, Casey told me I should watch that show, but I'm probably not going to.
Here's what I want you to do, because I've been talking with my peeps at NBC about getting Sarah Wayne Callies on the show, and she tweeted me back, which was so exciting, right? So she tweeted me and was like, hey, I haven't heard anything about this. Any update? And then I reached out to the NBC people again, and now not only are they working on getting us some time with her, but they were scheduling a tour for J. August Richards to promote Council of Dads when it comes back on April 30th. So, Johna, what I want you to do is, I don't know where you're at in Buffy, but you should probably skip to Angel so that you can get to know Gunn, because you're going to love him. That's the character that J. August Richards plays on Angel. And you're going to love
shit.
Him. Oh, he's so great. Are you breaking up, Johna?
No, I'm sorry. I was totally listening to you, but you were saying all these names, and I was trying to figure out where I knew these people from.
Oh, you were Googling. Okay.
Yes. I was like, I know these names, but dang, where do I know them?
J. August Richards was also in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yep. He was Deathlock.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Deathlock?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you seeing anything familiar? Sarah was it. She was, well, you didn't watch The Walking Dead, but she was on The Walking Dead for a long time.
I was just going to say, wasn't she on The Walking Dead? Yeah.
What's her name?
Sarah Wayne Callies.
Wayne Callies.
Yes. Could you do this after the show?
Yes, I'm sorry. Very sorry.
So anyway, but yeah, it sounds, and actually when I responded to Sarah and said, NBC's working on getting us some time, and they're scheduling a tour for J. August Richards too. He also liked it and said, talk soon. So fingers crossed, we're going to have Sarah Wayne Callies and J. August Richards on the show.
Even if I'm at my 9 to 5 office, I will drop everything I'm doing for that.
Okay.
That's exactly how I feel about people sometimes.
Right.
Like if we ever get Chris Evans on here, you best believe I'm leaving work, okay?
You want to give me a pink slip? Give me a pink slip. I'm out.
No, literally.
I will say to other people who are not somewhat still raw in losing a father to cancer, that the show is really great. Like it's really setting up to be cool. And this is the pilot obviously sets up the sad part, right? Like this is the tragedy. Bless you, Patches. This is the this is the thing that brings all of these men together to rally around this woman who has all of these children and, sort of create this family. So I think moving forward, I'm very excited to see where it goes, but the pilot's going to be, it's going to be a little too close to home for you, Johna.
So the pilot kicks you in all the feels.
Yes. It's great because it's like one of those shows that does that. And, I'm not normally a pilot. I'm like, where's it going to go? Whatever. Let's get through this and you guys will figure it out. And it really developed some characters from the mom to the dads these men that are going to be the council of dads, and kind of got you sucked into the stories of these children who all have very interesting backgrounds and will be dealing with grief.
I get that. Yeah, it's kind of like the pilot for A Million Little Things.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was the one with Ron Livingston in it, right?
From
the guy from Office Space.
From Office Space.
Never seen it.
The guy from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Never seen Office Space?
You or 40-Year-Old Virgin?
No.
Johna, did you know 40-Year-Old Virgin I saw 3 times in the theaters, okay? And on the third time...
So did I.
So did he. On the third time, there was a scene that was so funny, and I knew it was coming, and I still spit my Pepsi and snorted it through my nose and had to leave the theater. It was that funny the third time. The 40-Year-Old Virgin is... I just have never seen it. I guess because when it came out, I wasn't old enough to watch it. Oh, yeah.
Crap, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, guys, I'm young.
Damn it.
I'm only 25.
No, it just makes me realize, I don't think of that movie as being a dated movie, but it's a dated movie.
It is.
I just came to the realization that Old School is a dated movie. Now, I don't know, now 40-Year-Old Virgin's just jacking me up.
They're about, they were around the same time frame. They weren't that far apart, I don't think.
I don't know. But the pilot of A Million Little Things is just it sounds kind of it just sucks you in immediately.
Yeah.
Because it's, the guy, Romany Malco, he's your token black character on the show.
Okay.
I love him though.
Yeah, that's the guy from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love him.
Yes, he's great. But the show starts out. The pilot of that show starts out with
I'm thinking of his quotes from 40-Year-Old Virgin now.
Yep, me too.
This is very serious. It's really funny on A Million Little Things.
I know. The main character commits suicide, but.
But at the beginning of the show, Romany Malco's character is about to kill himself.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how the show basically starts. And then he doesn't because he gets a phone call that says that his friend killed themselves.
Oh.
And then it just it's such a good show. It literally makes me cry constantly, but it's really good. But that first episode, because pilots, they're oh, okay, whatever. It's whatever. But when it got me right there, I was ooh, this is going to be really.
That was what This Is Us did. And I don't normally watch shows. When people are you need to watch this show. I love it. I cry every single episode. I'm well, that sounds terrible. Like, I got enough things to cry about in real life. I'm not going to schedule a cry every Thursday night at 8.
I get that.
Hey, she married me for that. Come on.
But that is why I ended up watching This Is Us, which is not, like I said, not really characteristic for me. But it was because I loved Milo Ventimiglia so much. And right? And I'm like, Team Jess all the way, right? And so
But Logan also.
Team Logan.
So I was like,
I don't think anybody's Team Dean. If anybody's Team Dean, they need to be punched in the face, honestly.
Word. Agreed.
Yeah. And I love me some Jared Padalecki, but no. But yeah, that was why I watched This Is Us, because I love Milo and I love Mandy Moore. Like, right. And so I'm like, I'm gonna watch this show and see what it's about. And that was a pilot that you're like, just done. Like, you're like, I'm sold. Give me more. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm sitting here crying over fictional characters that I have known for less than 45 minutes.
That's me, AF, constantly.
On Easter, we had a movie day down in the theater on our futon with the cheapo projector that we have. We watched Rise of Skywalker again, and it's so great. It's just so great. I really just, I don't like when I'm listening to someone and they're like, tell me about this. And they're like, it's just so great. Like, no, actually tell me about it. But like, it's
me.
Yeah, it's so great.
Yeah.
It's so great. Well, yeah, well, why?
Talk is what I'm saying.
And for all the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker detractors out there, you could jog on right there.
It's just, it was so much fun, and it was so, it wasn't just wrapping up a trilogy. You were wrapping up, a story that has spanned decades and 9 movies, and
4 decades and 9 movies.
It was just fun, which is what it needed to be. It had emotional moments where you knew you were saying goodbye to characters, but then it like took you back into this is an adventure that we took you on, and we're going out as an adventure. I thought they developed those characters that they introduced in The Force Awakens so well. And I'm telling you, I almost asked if we could watch it again the next day. Like, I was like, I just really love Rise of Skywalker. And our friend Jim, when he watched it, he had said, he's one of our friends that has been in the kind of nerdy night in Zoom room parties, which we'll be doing again this Friday.
Listener Jim is like the OG listener.
But he hadn't seen it, and so he told me he was going to watch it. He watched it 3 times in one day because he loved it so much. He was like, I can't believe anybody said anything bad about this. I'm like, I know. So that was sort of what drove me to want to watch it on Easter. And then we watched Bad Boys for Life. Bad Boys, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Haven't seen it.
John, it was really good. Have you seen any of them?
Have you?
Yes, I've seen all the Bad Boys movies.
Okay, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there is going to be a moment when you're going to go and just.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
That's literally me watching anything.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Have y'all ever watched a movie with me?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yes,
we have.
This is all you do.
I'm not talking about Fantastic Beasts, okay? I'm talking about anything besides Fantastic Beasts, okay?
All right. So the last thing
it's gonna shake you. It's a good thing.
Yeah. Okay. The last thing I want to mention before we go is I'm really bummed that Katie couldn't be here, because I didn't even get past. I'm going to tell you, I didn't get past the headline because I was giggling, but I saw a headline that Tom Harding is reading books to children. And all I could think of is he reading them in his Bane voice?
I'm sure he's reading them in his very
Humpty Dumpty, start with
Well, that's just, I mean,
You had a great fall.
His Venom voice is awful.
His Venom voice, where he's like, "We have Venom once upon a time."
Right, he's Russian. I'm like, what?
Right.
Why are you Russian? I don't understand.
I do not understand that.
It was like a New Yorker trying to do a Russian accent. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, so bad. So bad. And then
I have not watched Venom, so I have no point of reference.
And
it's not worth it. Me and KJ sat in that theater and talked shit about that movie the whole time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You want to talk about that? Is the only movie that I have ever like openly just talked through. And it was because I legitimately had to ask Johna some questions. Like, is this supposed to be a comedy? Is it like, are we supposed to be laughing at this? Because I'm laughing at this. Right? Like, it was just a constant conversation of like, is this really happening? Nobody else seems to be laughing, but
me and KJ are cracking up and nobody else is laughing. I'm like, okay. Like, maybe we shouldn't have came and saw this movie.
So if you're just catching up with us, a couple of interviews that we have done lately, I'd love for you to go back and listen. If you're a Supernatural fan, we had a chance to talk with Lynn Zabrunis, she's the author of the book Family Don't End with Blood. And so she got to talk to all of the Supernatural stars like Jared and Jensen and Misha. And so she has a new book out called There Will Be Peace When You Are Done. And it's literally like another book that's basically the cast thanking the fans, sharing their like last thoughts as the show is coming to an end. So in the interview, she's kind of sharing her stories of one as a fan, be like having that responsibility to like tell that story and collect these thoughts and put it into a book and really honor the cast and the fans as this like final goodbye. But she's still putting it out. It's you can pre-order it on Amazon. She's still putting it out May 5th. So I thought, well, that's kind of nice because it'll give us something until we get whatever the final episodes are going to be. Whether that it's probably going to be fall.
I don't want to talk about it.
But isn't it kind of like it's kind of nice that we're getting it? We're actually getting kind of another season of Supernatural. Like this is the final season of Supernatural.
Yeah. I'm not even like caught up. I kind of just want to like watch all of it like at once.
Yes.
Oh my God, that would take how long would it take to watch all of Supernatural, all 15 seasons?
20 or 23. There's 23 episode seasons at probably around 40 to 43 minutes per episode.
Are you doing math right now?
So each season would take about a day to watch.
Yeah. I mean, if you like sat down.
I mean, I was going to say, do you have 2 weeks? But right now we kind of do.
Yeah.
I mean, I did like a week ago, but I don't
but
Johna,
Lynn is great. And she gives sort of some like just some of the inside scoop of like putting this book together and how the cast was feeling. And then we do a round of, I was really excited about this because Shelley joined me for the interview and, she's all into Supernatural. We did a round of terrible trivia and they were both just as terrible as we are at trivia. So it was great. It's a round of Supernatural trivia. It was really fun. So that we have that's the episode before this one. And then if you go back a few episodes, if you've gotten into Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, we were very, very fortunate to get Jane Levy on the show.
Such a good damn show. Oh my
such
God.
a great show.
Yes.
Gosh, it's such a great show.
Yes.
Yes.
I was so mad it wasn't on this week. I went to
agreed. I know.
look forward the next day and I was like, what is this? Why is this playlist?
That would have been such a great Easter surprise.
It would have. But sadly, no. And she, and when we talked to Jane, I felt like she was uncertain if they were going to get a second season. So listen,
they better get a second season.
Everybody watch that show. That show is genius. It's different from anything else on television. It gives you all the feels, and it's so much fun. So closing things out, we appreciate your support and helping us grow the Kinda Nerdy Network. Please find us on Facebook. Our Facebook group is full of awesome people, and it's so much fun. Just search for Kinda Nerdy Network. We'll be doing another Kinda Nerdy Night In where you can join us. You can be a little square in our party, and we do that. We do that on Friday nights, and it is a freaking blast. It is so much fun. We'd love to have you with us. We end up
drinking a lot.
And just a couple of plugs since we're not at full capacity with our Kinda Nerdy girls. Watch Oddity Files on Amazon Prime if you're looking for something to binge. That's Kitsy's show. She's actually not with us tonight because she's starting a new podcast called Miss Murder, which will be a true crime podcast all about women.
So she's like the podcast queen right now.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
Her quarantine time, she's going to have 15 new podcasts out.
Yeah. So we're building this network of podcasts, and it continues to just get bigger and bigger. So we appreciate you being a part of the party and supporting us. And also, Shelly is not here. I don't think she's doing anything journal related, but she's got amazing journals. And I think all of her planners for 2020, which like the Supernatural and the Harry Potter, which are all gorgeous.
Why would I need a 2020 planner? 2020 is canceled.
They're 60% off. Johna, support Shelly. They're 60% off. And they come with like lots of cool stickers. And look, I mean like,
she just so happens to have these things right here next to me.
How could you not?
Hey. That's my planner.
I have that planner.
How could you not want this? Look. I mean, I know this is 2019. You don't need that, but you need that picture, right?
I literally have that planner right now. It's in my car. It's literally there.
And
I usually like throw my planners away, but like I looked at it and I was like, it's 2020. I was like, I can't throw this. Like I literally.
Oh, yeah.
Also, there's like pages like this that you can just like.
Yeah.
You can just write in. I barely use it as a planner. And this one, I'm not using patches. This one is yours. I'm using the Harry Potter
from last
one.
year, so I don't think it'd be very helpful.
Right. Oh no. Exactly like the pages that KJ was just showing. I mean, like they're great note-taking pages. They really are. I mean, they're fantastic.
I use them when I go to meetings and take notes on, like Make-A-Wish stuff, and people are always like, "That's a really cool notebook," and I'm like, "It's a planner."
Oh, you mean you're not taking your journal in?
I'll take my journal in now.
So Big Bird and Snuffy showed up again last night.
I swear I'm going to find a dream. That's going to be my goal. Find a dream interpreter.
Find a dream interpreter
on the Zoom.
And get them on this show.
Got you.